What's going on, ladies and gentlemen and ladies? Probably should have cleaned my camera off, but I didn't. So while I'm sitting in this airport, because my flight got delayed 2 hours, and I didn't sleep last night because my flight was at 4 a.m., but then they postponed it, so I'm sitting here. But I got a question. I got a question for anybody that's watching. Shout out to my brother Dana White. Appreciate you. Can somebody explain to me how Juneteenth somehow is making a difference in the world? You know, people are arguing about Juneteenth and what the impact is. You know, I don't have a problem with Juneteenth, right? I mean, I think it's it's a lot of nuances to Juneteenth, but I think it's incredible to celebrate the freedom, the acknowledgement of freedom of black people in America. Nothing wrong with that. However, we fall for the bait, and black people, I think it's mostly black people, we fall for the bait every time. It is a virtue signal to wait to 2021 to try to make Juneteenth a federal holiday. They had 100 years to do this, and they never even thought about doing it. And for people who are here acting like this is such an incredible victory and the world is now acknowledging black success or black deliverance, can somebody explain how Juneteenth is going to make your life better? Do you get a bank account with that? Do your credit score go up 100 points? Do you get some shares in a Fortune 500 company? How does the celebration of a federal holiday, which is pretty much another day to barbecue, how's that going to affect your life? And why do people celebrate these minuscule, insignificant, quote unquote victories? When you look at it, I would like for our government to address inner city violence. I would like our government to address the school system in some of these inner cities that are producing the next generation of failures, to address single parent homes and limited government. I don't understand why we celebrate these. I don't even call them marginal gains. They are attempting to just rewrite history. The only reason that they are trying to do Juneteenth in 2021 is because they want to pit Americans against each other. They want people to acknowledge Juneteenth, and then they want people to acknowledge the 4th of July. And the people that acknowledge the 4th of July, they want you to be a racist if you don't acknowledge Juneteenth as the official independence in America. That's exactly what they're doing. They don't care nothing about you. They don't care nothing about black people. They don't care nothing about the liberation of blacks and all of the above. They could care less. They don't care. Because their whole premise is to create division. That's why when we had the first black president, had 8-year term, he not one time thought about Juneteenth. Our first black president, not one time thought about making Juneteenth a federal holiday. You know, there's a lot of dates that we could acknowledge. When the 13th Amendment was passed, when the 14th, 15th Amendment was passed, when the abolishment of slavery. You know, it's just so many other dates we could acknowledge, but it's not about that. And we fall for it every time. You know, to be honest, it's like, I think that there's a question about reparations, right? To me, it's too late. Right? It's too late to have reparations at this point. If you still think about reparations, you losing yourself. We should have given black people somewhat of a more significant reparation right after slavery. Affirmative action is a form of reparations. The welfare state, which destroyed the black community, in my opinion, was a form of reparations. There's a lot of different forms of reparation that exist today, but they're just not monetary. And monetary reparations is going to be, they're never going to do it because they don't care about you black people. But if they were to do that, that's going to be the second destruction of the black community. If you don't teach financial responsibility, if you don't encourage people to see value in their lives and who they are in this country, throwing money at them is not going to help them. It's going to make it worse. When the government decided to allow people to get food stamps and to get government assistance to where they don't need a father in the house anymore, what happened to us? People aren't marrying their boyfriends no more. They don't need them. The government is your daddy. The government is your baby daddy. Now, if you're going to try to do reparations, which have to be a significant amount of money, because giving somebody $10,000 ain't going to do nothing for them. Giving $10,000 to somebody who's financially illiterate is going to destroy their lives. They're going to go out and buy Gucci and buy cars and rims and clothes and stunting at the strip club. They're not going to invest the money. They're not going to build their credit. And it's because of financial literacy. And if you don't teach financial literacy, it's pointless of just giving people money. And then how are you going to structure that? You're going to use, black people are going to pay taxes to pay themselves back through reparations. It's the dumbest thing ever. But that's what our government does. That's the logic of our government. That's the logic of our government. And people eat it up. Reparation, give me money. No, just get out the way. If my reparation plan would be black people don't have to pay taxes, if that's a form of reparation that you want. I mean, I don't believe in none of that stuff. I think the whole country should not pay taxes. I'm not falling for that black, white. At the end of the day, man, we all the same. Some people got different melanin in their skin, but at the end of the day, we're all the same. You're either a good, productive person, or you are a tool that's unproductive. It's only two type of people. And I really, 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 really wish that people would understand this very simple concept. And I don't understand how people get so easily distracted and swayed and convinced of the lunacy that we see in our country today. So I thought I'd just come on here real quick. I'm in this airport. It's loud in here. My flight got delayed by 2 hours, so I'm just sitting up here. I could have been asleep for another 2 hours. But I really do wish that people would wake up. Wake up. And let me add this one thing while I'm here, while I got you. Why in the world are people coming out against Candace Owens? I don't understand why black conservatives have anything to say about Candace Owens. I don't understand. If you ask me, anybody who criticized Candace Owens at this point, you're just jealous. You're just a hater. Candace Owens, she doing her own thing in her own lane. Why y'all mad at her? Oh, because you hate. Because you hate. I saw a tweet from Kimberly Classic talking trash about Candace Owens. Like, let's compare who's more successful. Let's just do a comparison. Contrast. Kimberly Classic, which I used to really like her until she made a tweet about Candace. Now the gloves off. Who's more successful, Candace Owens or Kimberly Classic, or whatever her name is? Kimberly Classic, I don't know what she has done, active work in the community until she ran for office. She may have done stuff not notable. She run for office and get murdered after raising millions of dollars and get drugged in an unwinnable seat. Candace Owens has created an empire where people all over the world know who she is. She's made an incredible impact when we were at Turning Point USA. Incredible impact when we were at Blexit, one of the biggest nonprofit organizations that support black people in the country. Candace Owens has her own show. She's a self-made woman who is an example of greatness and the American dream. Kimberly Klacik is not even a fraction of Candace Owens. Kimberly Klacik is making her wheelhouse in the political arena. And to me, I'm not saying that this is true because I don't know her heart. But what I see from her is that this is all about making money in politics. You run in these unwinnable races to raise a bunch of money, and you get millions of dollars to then turn around and boost your persona. So you take people's money, because you're not going to win the race. You're not even, that's, thinking that you're raising money to win a race is absolutely ridiculous. So you raise money to promote yourself as an individual, to go on Fox News, to get invited to all these speaking engagements. You pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for advertisement to build your social media platforms. And then once the people who believed in you support you and make you a famous person, you walk away or you start another PAC where you raise more money and become more of a personality off of other people's money, but you have no chance of winning. Kimberly Klacik does this, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. I could be wrong. Kimberly Klacik does this. Joe Collins is the perfect example of this. Major Williams is another example of this. It's a money grab. You run for office, you know you can't win, you raise a bunch of money, you go on TV 100 times, you spend $100,000, $200,000 on advertisement to build your social media persona, and then you just run for another office next year, or run for other political office. That's what they do. If Candace Owens ran for office in Baltimore, she'd probably win. Kimberly Klacik got drugged. She just got drugged. And all of these people, if you see somebody saying something negative on Candace Owens, just take a step back and reevaluate what you see. You know, and somebody said Candace Owens don't care about the black community because she thinks Juneteenth is lame. I mean, what is Juneteenth doing for black people? Oh, we give you a holiday. Oh, we give you a holiday. Good luck. Another paid federal holiday. And if you ain't working, it don't mean nothing to you because you ain't. What is it? You should be celebrating Juneteenth your whole life, but you wait for the government to give you a holiday. That makes sense. Juneteenth is not significant. I mean, it just really is. It's not significant. It's a pandering tool by our government to try to virtue signal. You know what Juneteenth is going to be? And I said this the other day, and I think that some people may getting their feelings about this. Juneteenth is just going to be another weekend of shootings in Chicago. That's what Juneteenth is. Another 4-day weekend so people can cut up and shoot in Chicago. Memorial Day weekend, 4th of July weekend, 80-something, 90 shootings. Juneteenth is going to be next year on Juneteenth. You're going to look at the reports in Chicago, and there's going to be 55 shootings and 14 killed over the Juneteenth weekend. Why do you say that, Mr. Tatum? Every Martin Luther King street, just about every Martin Luther King street in every hood is the worst street to drive on. Every one of those Martin Luther Kings is the most hood, dangerous street to be on. So you know, just because it say Martin Luther King don't mean people gonna honor it. Just because it's Juneteenth don't mean that they ain't gonna shoot on Juneteenth weekend. Watch what I say. Watch what I say. I bet somebody $1,000 that next Juneteenth, if you remember, next Juneteenth we're gonna have reports in Chicago that it's the most deadliest weekend in history, Juneteenth weekend. 50, 60 shootings. But you got the holiday. Good luck. Good to you guys. Having more abortions than anybody in America. you know, culture. So many ailments that are going on in the black community, but you got a holiday. That's just like at the airport right now. There's 400 plus. It's thousands of people walking around the airport on top of each other like sardines. In the security line, it looked like they're waiting to get into a concert, but they got a mask on. Yeah, it's gonna help you. Yeah, 400 people laying on top of each other and getting on airplanes, 5-hour flights, sitting next to people, but you got a mask on. That's about as dumb as Juneteenth making a difference in America. It's just crazy to me. But anyway, I could talk for 10 hours, but I'm gonna listen to some music and relax until my flight start, because I'm 2 hours delayed. But anyway, y'all wish me luck. It's the first time we're flying with baby Bo, so hopefully he doesn't get too frustrated on the plane, because I don't want to be that guy with the baby screaming on the plane. Anyway, love you guys. I'm headed to California. Anthony Trimino's party. It's his launch party of his campaign. So if you want to go, it's open to the public. If you live in California, go to Anthony Trimino's website. You can click on the Instagram channel. I'll be there. Swing by, say what's up, come check out Anthony Trimino's campaign. I personally believe that he's the best option for California. He's the best option for California as the governor. So Anthony Trimino, go to my stories, check out their Instagram channel. If you want to come to the event, I will be there today. I think it started like 1 or 2. I'll be speaking, and if you're there, I'll make sure I say hi. We can shake hands, whatever you want to do. So I'll see you guys there. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.